Good morning. We're making a seed run this morning, so I threw a little bit of seed on here, stuff that we treated last night and got ready to deliver. We got to stop down at the farm, get the drone trailer stuff off, the drone stuff, and we're going to throw 6 more boxes on of seed that's ours that needs to go to our Berkey farm. So we did get a little rain last night. We ended up with about 1.5 which is not the end of the world, but it does mean the ground needs to air out this morning. Everything's damp on top, so gives us a little time to do this. I'm pretty sure we'll be planting this afternoon. All right, we are loaded up. Let's roll out. Hurry up. Made it down to Berkey here, and we got our beans off. Actually, 2 of those are corn, so I'll clean up my strap stuff, and we'll get out of here and get this last pallet delivered. I think we'll take a shovel and stick it in the ground out here just to see what it looks like. We had just a touch less rain here last night. Ground's already drying off on top. There was stuff being done in the fields basically the whole way here, except for the last about 3 miles. This ground sits a little heavier than some of that, so there's a little bit starting to happen, but Dad was down here yesterday and thought you needed a couple more days. This ground is different than our ground at Waldron. It tends to crust over on top and then seal off, and it doesn't wick moisture up from down below, so it stays really gooey deeper down like that. It's not horrible. Top isn't bad, but it's not ready. So giving it 2 more days to dry out while we finish up to Waldron is gonna be good. I just made it back, unhooked the trailer. Ground's dry. Gotta go check in on some stuff over here. I think we can go plant, so we're gonna go get loaded up here real quick. Well, let's go ahead and load up here. So we're gonna need some fertilizer. We're gonna do a bunch. I gotta figure out how many acres we're gonna plant here. There's a bunch. So we have about 175 acres all in one chunk that we can go and plant. I can only do 120 on a fill of our 2x2, or not our 2x2, of our in-furrow at 5 gallons the acre with a 600-gallon tank. So we're gonna load up enough 2x2 to do that. No reason to take extra when we're gonna have to come back and fill up anyway. So I am pumping all the stuff that's out of that tank into the front tank, and then we'll start fresh from back there. Load up what we need. Gosh dang it. In another poor management move, my ATS tank is empty. I have some more coming, but it's not going to be here for a couple more hours, so we're going to load up this load without it. We may put some in with the spray when we do our pre-emerge. We may have a test field with no ATS on it. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely ran about 1,000 gallons ATS short of where I should have been. So it's all right. So just 1034 and 28 in our 2x2 on this one. We just barely had enough seed to finish that last field, didn't we? Good deal. All right, we're not going to worry about cleaning that out. As soon as we get our in-furrow on board here, we'll go and get our seed. So we have a full box and then 3/4 of a box. We're putting it all in the planter. Okay, we are loaded up and ready to go plant for a while. 120-ish acres we should get done. Well, let's go. We are planting. Let's see if we miss this electric pole. And there's a rock there. Slow down for that. Bang, right on it. This is the field we drone sprayed the other day. There is 63 acres on this side of the building site. There's 35 on the other side. And then there's another 75-ish acres past that. It was not wheat stubble last year, so Dan got this worked up, I think, yesterday. All looks pretty good. Should plant nice. I'll go into the same hybrid. 10U97, 110 day. Got my snacks. We're good to go. This is the situation that the row cleaners are for. So we've got all this residue out here from that volunteer wheat. It's dying or dead. You know, we killed it. But it's clumpy, and so those row cleaners just kind of push those clumps out of the way. And also, it's where the strips were. Those are the windrows from last year, right? From the wheat. It's a little bit wetter there. There's a little bit more residue. The wheat was holding that a little bit wetter, so it's a little chunkier, and we kind of knocked those clods out of the way as well. So I like the job that they're doing. Everything looks pretty good. We got most of our end rows done. We should start flying across here and cover some acres. There's a heck of a planter. DB60, 20-inch rows, I believe. Nice. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. That's where my row units came from, off of that planter. Those 2 rows that I bought for my my 2-row planter, they came off of that planter. That was originally a DB60 20-inch row, 72-row planter, twin row. And they took the twins off, and those are the ones that I have, so that's cool. So yesterday, at the end of yesterday's video, I told you I was starting some channel memberships for the YouTube channel here. And dang, you guys, you're awesome. I'm already up to 10 members. It's been live for like 4 hours. Like it's crazy to me. So thank you. If you didn't see that video, we'll throw it in a little earlier on today's here. But yeah, so if I have been getting questions, we've talked about this in live streams quite a bit, but people are always asking me how can we support your channel a little bit more than what they have been. And I always say the best thing you can do, subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like the video. That's awesome. And if that's what you want to do, or if I can get that out of you, I am super happy. So thank you for doing those things. But there's people that wanted to do more than that. You can only own so many Borderview Farms shirts and hoodies and that kind of stuff, and so I have decided to start this channel memberships. If you would like to, you can subscribe. There's two levels. There's the fan level, that's $5 a month, $4.99, and that gets you very little, but you can do it. There's a couple of things that I've figured out that I can offer to members, and if anybody has any other ideas, well, let me know. But basically, I film a video, and you guys, one of the things that sets my channel apart from everybody else is the timeliness of the content, right? Like, you're not waiting 2 weeks to see this. You're seeing it the day after it was filmed, almost always. And so one of the perks that you can have is early access to the videos. Well, I can't give a ton of early access, but what I can do is upload it, which I usually do at night. As soon as that is uploaded, I'm going to make it members only until I get around to posting it the next morning, which is usually between 8 and 10. The reason I don't just make it public right away is because I have to go in and make sure all the settings are right, the monetization is on, all that kind of stuff, whatever. And so if you're a member, you'll get access to that early. If it's worth it for $5 a month to watch my videos 3 hours before you would normally, or 5 hours before you would normally get to see it, great, it's for you. I wouldn't pay for that myself, so I don't expect any of you to, but it is an option there. The other thing is, occasionally there might be some member-only videos, but not like long form, like I'm going to hide stuff that you would normally get to see. I'm talking about, like, I need to go on a rant against a company that I don't want to do in a non-paywall public forum, or I have something that's frustrating me and I need to say a bad word that I don't say on these YouTube videos because kids might be watching. We can throw that behind a paywall. So they'll probably be mostly short stuff, maybe some actual shorts. Nothing real long, but there might be some of that every now and then. Now, there isn't any of that right now, and I don't have any ideas for any, so don't get your hopes up that it's going to be a regular thing, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's tier 1 fan level. If you want the super fan level at $19.99 a month, I will say your name on the YouTube channel. That's about all else I've got. I give you a member shout out. And I can't say that I won't shout out the other members too. So I will do my best to make sure that I answer comments and stuff from members and try and recognize them in the comment section more than maybe I have in the past. So man, I guess that's a perk as well. I don't expect anybody to do this. Quite frankly, I wouldn't pay for it myself. I don't pay for it for any other YouTubers, even the ones that I watch regularly. But it is an option for you. And so I actually already have 2 super members, super fans, and I need to figure out I need to look the names back up. So I'll do that in just a second. You give them their shout out. They paid for it. Never mind, we're up to 3. Daryl Diaz, D-A-I-S 3075. Thank you. You were the first one. You were the first member in general. So appreciate that. B-Rad for real, Brad, I am assuming, who has been very active on my live streams and super chats and stuff. He's a super member. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate that. And then Adam Leak, who I see comments from all the time as well. Thank you guys. I know you've been supporters of the channel for a long time, and appreciate you watching videos, and I appreciate you signing up for memberships. So, like I said, for the rest of you, it is there. I don't expect it. I'm not hiding anything from you if you don't do it. It's not a big deal. You don't have to explain. You don't have to tell me that you're not. I just ask that you keep watching the videos like you have been and don't leave because I'm a sellout now. Oh yeah, I did also want to say as regards to the watching the videos early and stuff. Sometimes when I upload a video and it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm tired and I just want to go to bed, I'll just type in like 1 or whatever, some random thing for the title. So you may see videos pop up that are not polished, so they don't have a title, they don't have a description, they don't have any of that stuff. So if you're one of my my fans, my members, subscribers, not subscribers, that's the wrong word, members, and you see a video with no real title, or even if you see a pre-released video and you have a good idea for a title, throw it in the comments, let me know, because you might win. You might get to title a video. That's the hard one. I shouldn't say that's the hardest part, but that is something that drives me crazy sometimes. Like, what am I going to call this one? I have no idea. Well, I set the camera down for a while. We're finishing up this second field here. I've been fighting this residue, and it's not been real fun. Wrapping up in my road cleaners, plugging up gauge wheel or closing wheels, which actually was more the little rocks, but we're done now. So now we're going to jump over here, which you would think those are just one field. You should farm them together. Yeah, we probably should, but they're 2 different landlords, 2 different farms, so we farm them separate. Okay, you see all the birds flying around out here? I don't know if you can see them very good or not. Those are barn swallows. This is the first day I've noticed the barn swallows. There's a bunch of them, and they've been following the tractor around. So they eat bugs, and the tractor provides some heat and kind of some activity to kick the bugs up, and so they fly around and eat the bugs out of the air, and you notice them a lot when you're planting corn. Or at least you should. Old timers had a saying that it was time to plant corn when the barn swallows returned. And today's really the first day I've noticed them in the numbers that we have. Like, there's a dozen of them flying around here, so that's a good sign, I guess. And the fact that today's the first day I've seen them, maybe we aren't so late. But there's also a saying that it's time to plant corn when the leaves on the oak trees are the size of squirrel ears, and we're past that, so, you know. Anyway, we're going to keep moving here. We are just about out of our pop-up fertilizer, so we can make this round and maybe one more. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't want to run it empty because then you'll get air in the system, and it's a pain in the butt to get the air out of the system after that, so we're going to try and avoid that. Do have a wet spot there that we're going to have to go around, but for as wet as we were this spring, for that to be the only spot so far that we've had that, well, we're doing all right. We need to go out and check. Do we got enough fertilizer to make it up? Yeah, we got enough in that tank to make it up for sure. I think our back tank, however, is about empty, so we need to start pulling from our front tank. Yeah, we didn't run it empty, but there's not very much in there, is there? So, we're gonna turn this handle, climb under here, and we're gonna open this handle, our 300-gallon tank. Nope, not doing it. There's that wet hole. I pulled up to it as far as I was comfortable. Now we'll go around and, well, I just have to swing the planter in and set it down, but that's okay. I might make it across there. We're super light because our tanks are empty. We're just gonna make it up to the end of the road, and then we gotta go back to the farm and refill. How much our planter tires cut in there? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was pretty soft. I don't think it was a good idea to try and drive through there with the tractor. I am quite certain our infurrow tank is about empty now. We used up some of that front tank. We're gonna go back to the farm and refill. I know it makes more sense to not burn the tracks off the tractor and tender to the field, but I have nobody to bring it to me. It's 1.5 miles. The farm is just over on the other side of those trees, and so we're just gonna road it, and we'll come back and finish this when we're done there. So we don't need, you know, obviously we don't need as much fertilizer. We'll see what we need, and then where we're gonna go after this, and what we're gonna have for seed, and all of those things, and make some decisions. But I actually have 2 baseball games that I could go to tonight, although they're at the same time, so I can only make it to 1. And I wasn't planning on going, but we've gotten enough done. I'm far enough ahead. I can finish this after the game, no problem. Probably even do some more if I wanted to, so I think I might go to a baseball game. All right, we have right at 50 acres to go in that field, and we are going to load fertilizer up and go finish it right after I get back from a baseball game. So I'm going to go to Ryland's game. His is at home. Brayson's game is half an hour away in Eden, and while it's probably Brayson's turn for me to go to his game, I'm not driving all that way. So I'll go to his next time, is what it is. But I'm going to go change my shirt real quick, and we'll go to this game, and then we'll come back and keep moving. So Dad is working on a bracket or something that was broken on the Packer. He's planning on taking the Packer or the field cultivator to Berkey tomorrow, so that's good. We have for the stuff left to do with the field cultivator up here, we have 65, 15, and 30 acres. That's it. So like 100 acres to go. All of which he looked at this morning and said they're too wet, they need more time. So we're gonna wait on them.
Dad?
Got the win tonight, Rylan.
Uh-huh.
Quick game, which was good because it was cold. Got a 12-2 win after 4 innings. They play 6, but it's if you're up by 10 runs after 4 innings, the game's over. And it was cold and nobody wanted to keep going, so we called it. So back to planting corn. All right, we are loading up fertilizer here. We're going to put in enough for about 50 acres, or just a little over 50 acres, because that's about what we've got to plant down there. So we need 250 gallons in our in-furrow tank, and I'll figure this one out yet. They brought more ATS today, so that's what's in there. That should be enough to finish planting. So that's good. Okay, we are back off and planting. Like I said, we got about 50 acres to go here. We do have some wet holes, or there's this spot that we're going to go around. There's another one back there where there's some trees growing in the field that somebody may or may not have gotten stuck in a few years ago. So we won't have quite 50 acres, but that's okay. Let's swerve around this one just a little bit. But we should get this done, no problem. After this, I have a 40 and a 32 acre piece that can be planted, but that's going to be it until we move to Berkey, and I have no incentive to do them tonight. I can just do them in the morning and then we'll move. I don't know that we're going to be able to get started in the morning at Berkey, so I don't have a real, I have to be there time limit kind of thing. Tomorrow's going to be a moving day, it looks like, which is okay. So we'll get this done and then we'll call it a night. It is 7:30. We should be home by 9 easy. Just a little bit of this point to finish up here. This is the fun pass of the field where we get this little hill that you can't see at all, but here we're going to work on the side of it and then go back up it, and this is river bottom, and then there's a little sand ridge. So let's see if anything shows. Not really. There you can see the planter tilting a little bit. A little flex on that wing. Right on the side of it. That's where our implement guidance is steering us. So the tractor's 9 inches off the line and the planter was right on. That's kind of cool. Keeps our rows accurate. Implement guidance there. Now we're back up on the top. So just another pass or two and we got this one wrapped up. Alright, we are done here. We ended up planting 76.8 of
That's
the
how fast.
79 acres, I guess. There's 2.13 that we didn't. So that would be this spot and that spot mostly. So the St. Joe River is right here. We farm along it in several different places. You can see the field across the river there. We do farm that. It's a little wet yet. We're gonna have to give that one a few more days. Maybe let the geese get off of their weeks. Listen to him. Yeah, she's not ready yet. It's okay. This one was underwater. It's not anymore, so it is drying up. Shut her down for the night. Oh, it's still light. We could go plant another 40, but I don't have any reason to. Like I said, we've only got...
We're not going to do another field. It's going to be done at 11:40.
Okay. I said plant another 40 tonight. We've only got 70 acres that we can plant tomorrow, basically, so... We'll do that. Xander just pulled in with the disc. He got the 127 acre field up here on the corner done for Phil to plant, who Phil is just getting started up there, so that is good. And hopefully he can keep things moving tomorrow. And I think Dad and I are moving to Berkey.